This lesson, we're going to learn how to solve absolute value equations. So absolute value equations, basically what we wanted to do is not much different than rational equations or radical equations. Trying to get rid of the signs, right? To make it linear equation or quadratic. So when we're looking at the first one, I should be able to get rid of this absolute value, and I can only do that when it's isolated. So absolute value by itself, one side, then we can take the absolute value off, and then x plus 1 should be equals to 5, and x plus 1 should be equals to negative 5. Why is that working that way? If we have absolute of x equals to 2, then we know that x can be either negative 2 or positive 2, right? Because absolute of negative 2 is equals to 2, or absolute of positive 2 is equals to 2. So when you're taking this absolute sign off, you're going to put one with the negative, one with the positive. For that reason, when you're taking this absolute, right, you're going to have one with the positive 5. So inside of x absolute value, this x plus 1 can be either positive 5 or negative 5. That will still give you that absolute value 5, right? So we are trying to get rid of absolute value by understanding the meaning of it. And then, so for both, right? So then x should be subtracting 1. So will be 4. This one, when you subtract 1, x is negative 6. So you can have either solutions, right? You can also check this. If you have 4 plus 1 absolute is 5, because this is absolute of 5, right? Or if you have negative 6 plus 1 is equals to absolute of negative 5, which is 5. So either way, you're going to make these equations satisfied. What about if we have problem like B? Remember, only times you can take out absolute sign and put plus minus on the other side will be when it's isolated. So you need to get rid of positive 7 multiplication of 4 first. So if we start these problems by subtracting 7, you will get 4 absolute of 1 minus 3 over 4x equal, that's 100 minus 7, so it will be 93. And then we need to divide both sides by 4. I get absolute of 1 minus 3 over 4x is equals to 93 over 4. And then we can get rid of absolute now because it's isolated, only one side with absolute value. So inside of that absolute, which is 1 minus 3 over 4x, should be equals to 93 over 4. Or 1 minus 3 over 4x should be equals to negative 93 over 4. If I solve both equation at a time, I need to subtract 1 first. Then I get negative 3 over 4x equal 1 become 4 over 4, right? 1 is equal to 4 over 4. So you're subtracting 4 out of 93, you get 89 over 4. And then you're going to multiply both sides by negative reciprocal. Negative 4 over 3. Why? To make x positive 1. So then you get x equals to negative 4 and 4 cancels out. you get negative 89 over 3 for the first part. Second part, we do subtracting 1 first. We know subtracting 1 is subtracting 4 over 4, right? So you get negative 3 over 4, x equals to negative 93 minus 4, so it will be negative 97 over 4. When you multiply by reciprocal of negative 3 over 4, you get x equal positive this time, 97 over 3. So there is 2 solutions for that absolute equations. Let's look at the third one. So when you're solving this, remember to start by isolating absolute, right? So the first thing you need to do is subtracting 4 on both sides. What do we get? We get absolute of 3x minus 2 is equals to 0. Once you isolate absolute value, then get rid of absolute and make 1 with the positive and 1 with the negative. But we all know that there is no zero, a negative 0, right? So that's something you don't have to worry about. So this absolute value, because it's equals to 0, you will only have one solution because it's one number makes it 0, right? There's no negative 0 or positive 0. It's just 0, right? And you add 2, divide by 3. Your x is 2 over 3. One more thing that I wanted to mention. If we have something like absolute of 3x minus 2 plus 4 equal 2, where when you subtract to isolate absolute value, and when you end up getting negative number, you don't even have to solve any further. Why? Because absolute value can never be negative number. So in that case, without solving, I know that there will be no solution for x. Right? Because absolute value have to be always positive, never equals to negative. So no matter what x I have, this absolute can never be negative. So without the solving, you should know that will be equals to no solutions.